In today's video, I'm going to do some more questions and answers for you guys. Some of the questions that you have already thrown at me in the comment section, and of course, I know already that I have answered them, but the reason why I'm doing this, of course, is like the one before, because a lot of people have not seen those answers to those questions, and I'm pretty sure there are people out there who probably have those same questions and are wondering the same thing. And another reason why I'm doing it is because when I answer in the comment section, I have to be brief with my answers. Of course, I can't write you guys a book, and I know that my explanation, I can go into more detail if I make a video about it. So this is your second video of questions and answers. So we're gonna jump right on into it, okay? So the first question is, I don't know if you mentioned this in your other videos, but on average, how much are they paying per inspection? Okay, so how much they pay per inspection all depends on the company that you're working for. It all boils down to whether you're doing an app or whether you're working for contracts, okay? Because we already know that most of the apps, they're not gonna pay too much to do an inspection. I don't even know if apps actually send you out to do any commercial work at all, but I know for a fact they do send you out to do home personal line inspections. Those all can vary based off of the actual company that you're working for, number one, where you live, number two, and the reason why I throw that in there is because I realized that when I first started doing this, and I would let you guys know exactly what I was making per when I did a video off of whatever work I did, and then sometimes people would jump in the comment section and say things like, well, I didn't make that much, they only paid me such and such and such and such. So I'm pretty sure all of it is based off of your cost of living as well too, depending on where you live in this country, okay? And I'm gonna say that because I know that most 9-to-5 jobs, they are exactly like that. You can work one place and work at the same company and make twice as much than what you would have made if you worked at that company in another state. So all of that's going to vary. So I hope that kind of answered your question. So I can't go into detail and say how much they pay. I just know that some, depending if you're working apps, say for instance, you may be looking at anywhere, well, I had somebody say something about $3 or something. I hope that's not true. But when I did actually attempt to use an app, one of the inspections that they first started sending me was $7. I think it was $7, $8 to go the equal amount of miles. I thought it was insane. But for just the basics on the outside, you're looking anywhere, depending on where you are, probably from $9 to $15. It's like 15 to 20 bucks here. And I heard people say they make $9 and $12. So it all depends. If you work in high value homes, I'm pretty sure that depends too. So I'm not gonna throw my numbers out because I know my numbers pretty much won't be what you are making based off where you live. So with that being said, next question. Just joined SoFi, was wondering how you got the photos of the roof. Okay, so most of you already know I use a monopod. I will leave a link in the description so that you can see how to get that off of Amazon. I have right now 2 or 3, well actually 3 monopods right now. I can't literally just show it to you in my hand, but if I do still have a picture of it, I'll throw it up on the screen somewhere so you can see it. I can't show you the pod because I am using all of them to make this video. Okay, but yeah, that's how I get the images off the roof. I do not climb ladders unless I'm climbing 2 or 3 stairs on a commercial at the top, and that's the only way I'm gonna be able to get the image. Other than that, I don't touch a ladder or anything of that nature, especially at someone's home. If the home is a 1-story, you don't have a problem with that anyway. The monopod goes up to, I think, 60 inches, and it goes up so long, and you put your phone on the end of it, and as long as you angle that thing exactly the way you need to angle it, you can get the images of the home. If the roof is made a particular way, it's a little funny, maybe you could go across the street and kind of zoom in on it. Maybe you can find something that you can stand up on the side. Because some of these houses where I go, they actually have like little stumps around their landscape or whatever, and they allow me to stand up on it. I stand up on it so I can get a better image if I need to. If the roof is flat, then I can't get the image. I just zoom in at the corner of the house, and in the description of the picture, I let the company know the roof is very high. That lets them know they're not gonna get a roof image from me. If the house is 2-3 stories tall, then you know you can't get an image from the ground. But the way I get all of my images is by using a monopod. Next question. Hi, thank you so much for the channel. I have a quick question. I hear that you must have a car. However, I live in NYC where there are multiple public transportation. Will that work? At this time, I don't have a vehicle of my own, and I'd like to get in on this. Thanks. Okay. So, if you want to use public transportation, I can't tell you that you can't. But now, let's say for instance, if you are doing inspections that require you to make an appointment. Now, this is going to cause a hassle for you, most definitely, but I'm pretty sure you can get it done. You're just going to have to schedule out way out so that you can make sure that you can jump from train to train, from bus to bus. I don't know, but I know that where there's a will, there is always a way. Okay, because when we got things we need to do, we're going to find a way to get it done. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So if you want to use public transportation, you know what? Kudos to you. Go right on ahead and get it done until you can get to a point to where you can get a car, or at least rent you one by the week, by the month. I don't know. It depends on what type of company you want to use to rent a vehicle. But to get started off, if you don't have a car, I'm pretty sure you can use some sort of public transportation. Now, I'm pretty sure it'll work wonders and with no problem, as long as they give you a work that's within your range, where you tell them that you want to actually work in a particular area around in that location. And if they're not appointment sets, then of course you can jump transportation and go from spot to spot if it'll get you there. But I'm pretty sure that there's going to be times that you're going to jump off of a train or you're going to jump off of a bus, and it's not going to take you exactly to where you need to be, and you're going to find yourself walking blocks, may have to walk a mile. So it all depends on how bad you want to get it in. But yeah, I'm pretty sure if push comes to shove and you need to, you can most definitely use public transportation. And good luck to you. Okay, next question. I love your straight no chaser style. Thank you. Would you please tell us what driving app you use? Okay, so as I've spoke before, I think I made an actual video on this. It's been so long, but I'm pretty sure I have one down there in the playlist somewhere. But I use the app called Circuit, Circuit. And in this app, it allows you to actually put in your addresses, where you're trying to go, and put in as many as 10 before it starts to charge you. And I mean, now it's not going to automatically charge you. It's going to say that you can't upload more than 10 locations. So upgrade to our premium, which you already know that means time to pay. But if you have a slew of locations that you're trying to go to, and you know you need to try to put it in some sort of route so that you can work your way from your house and in a circle all the way back to your house, that is the actual app that I was using. It has worked fine for me. I just put in all of my locations. If I have 15 of them, then I just put in at least 10. And if 2 of them have the same exact zip code or the same street name or whatever, then I know that when I get to that one that I actually have in the app, the one that I didn't put in there, I can just use it on the regular Google map after I finish that one and see how close that one is, which is probably around the block somewhere. I'll go and get that one done and then jump right back on my circuit to my next location. That's how I beat from having to actually go to the premium. I haven't used premium yet. I've only used it as the free version of it, but it's called Circuit. And I think I put it on the screen somewhere. Yeah, but you'll see it. It's up there. If it's not, it was up there. But that's what I was using, Circuit. So I hope that helped you. Next question. Rough estimate. How many hours would you say spend weekly? So I'm guessing you're saying a rough estimate, how many hours would I say that I actually work weekly? It all depends. I have reached a point now where I don't do outside work on Friday. I use Friday as in-house. That means that if something needs to be done, I can actually catch up with my work that I didn't finish throughout the week on Friday. If I do any inspections on Thursday, it'll be first thing in the morning, and after that, the rest of my Thursday is free as well, because you will need time to work on the inside of your home as far as the paperwork is concerned, unless you have someone who you can tag team with and have them to help you actually get your workload done. Okay, but on an average, let's say on Monday, normally my appointments start at around 10 o'clock a.m. That is because I live in LA and I'm not jumping off in that early before dawn traffic during the week like I'm on my way to a 9 to 5. So my appointments start at 10 o'clock, and some days I may work up until 2, some days I may work up until 3. It all depends on how I feel when I am setting these appointments. If I feel like, yeah, you know what, let me throw another one in on that day. Other than that, I don't. So we're looking at between 10, about 4, anywhere from 4 to 5 hours I may pull within a day. So I hope that answered your question. Next question. Now this one wasn't pretty much geared toward me, but it was in my comment section, and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna throw this out there just in case that some of you guys are wondering how these actual apps work. It says, has anyone used Aspen or Groundwork? Has anyone used Aspen or Groundworks? Now, I don't know how many Aspens are out there. Well, first let me say this. I have never used Groundworks. When I first started and I hit the scene, I did put in for Groundworks, but they never gave me nothing to do. So, you know, they kind of fell by the wayside and I forgot all about them. But I did do 1 or 2, maybe 3 from Aspen. And Aspen is pretty much, from what I can see, from what they've been giving me. I don't know if they give you any other work. Please throw it in the comment section because I'm not sure. But from what I can see, they are pretty much like Sandcastle, where you go and deliver letters, except they mainly deliver letters for businesses. So it's not if someone is delinquent on a car, a personal line. It's more on the commercial side. Someone from a company, it happens to be delinquent. And I know you're probably like, delinquent? Okay, well, some of you who already were doing letter delivery, you know exactly what I mean by that. That means that you are the middleman of the bill collector. Which explains why I'm not doing too much more of that. Okay? It is delivering of letters as far as what they were giving me. First off, they only give you like a day or 2 to get it done. So if you're already working other type of work from other contracts and you already have your days full, when they send you a message, you already know that it's probably within your best interest not to accept. So what do I mean by send you a message? They will send you a message through text and ask you, could you go and handle a project for them? And normally, once you do the project and you turn the pictures in, then they'll pay you. I think it's like it may be that next couple of days out, but it's not long, about 2 or 3 days. But they do pay pretty fast, so that's a good thing. The homes, I don't know for a fact how much they pay for you to actually do the letter delivery on that end, because I've never done a home for them. They always, whenever they would contact me, it was always about some sort of commercial line. I went to a location, and when I got there, I should have Googled it first, but I didn't, okay? So when I got there, I crossed these tracks, and I end up at this place, and I don't know if it was a recycle location. I'm not sure exactly what it was. I don't forget. It's been a while. But it was guys, like standing around everywhere. Nobody was doing any work. Okay, so I know that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about, but you're going to get the gist of it in a minute. They pretty much want you to be discreet, okay? So they want you to deliver the letter. So I walk into the main door, and there's a secretary desk there, and a guy just comes from the back really fast. So I'm assuming he saw me when I pulled up outside, and he asked me how could he help me, and I told him I was delivering a letter, and he said, well, what is the letter about? And I was like, well, I'm not sure. It says it's from, you know. That's how I was doing it, and that's another reason why I decided I'm not going to do it anymore, because I don't like having to pretend as though I don't know what it is. Okay, they don't tell you to pretend as though you don't know what it is, but they do tell you to not discuss what the letters are about. And of course I know what it's about because I printed it in my house. So when you leave out, they also want you to take images of the collateral. And they give you a list of different images that they want you to take. So now you done delivered this letter. You done told these people, I don't know exactly what this is. But now you are walking around trying to get some images. You know, it ain't looking cute. Everybody looking at you like you're crazy. But yeah, long story short, yeah, I did do Aspen. I'm not going to say that I have completely ruled them out, but every time they send me something, I do hit Google and see what they're trying to send me to, and it be a quick, oh, hell no. And I just keep on doing what I'm doing. Okay, next question. Hello, Miss D. I have signed up for a few companies and haven't heard back. Do I need to call them? This goes for field inspection and loan signing as well. Okay, so you signed up for a few companies and you haven't heard back. Some of them you already know, they move like snails, just like a 9 to 5. You still have to wait. Some of them are just not in any hurry to respond. It is what it is. Trust me, I've been there, seen that, done all of that when it comes to trying to sign up for a contract for a company. Now, as far as the apps was concerned, whenever I signed up for those, because that's when I first started, and it was real slow boogie getting in on this stuff. And a lot of them I didn't hear anything from. They claimed they had work in my area, which is why they let me sign up in the first place, but then I didn't hear anything. So that's all a luck of the draw when it comes to that. All I can tell you is to be patient. If they do have work, they will contact you. But while you're waiting on one to contact you, continue to apply for other locations. Never stop grinding, and never just sit back and do one or two and be like, hey, I'm gonna see what's gonna happen with these and be happy with that. No, keep pushing, and then when you end up with a whole lot of them, then you just have to make your choice. You know, it's better than sitting around waiting on one or two. But yeah, I would suggest to, at least if you're concerned about it and you really want to, you can shoot them another email if you like to do that, but it's all up to you as far as that is concerned. I hope that helped out. So we're going to move on. The next question. I am a field inspector, but haven't dipped my toe into sketching. Which tools is needed for sketching, if any? Okay. So you guys know I've already did video after video on my equipment that I use. So I'm going to throw that up there one more time so that you guys can see exactly what tools I use when I'm sketching at a location. And I'll also leave a link inside of the description. So give me a second, I'm going to show you. So this one is my big wheel, okay? And I didn't bring in my backpack because I keep all of this in my trunk. I just brought it in so that you guys can see it on this video. So this is my big wheel. As you can see, it is plenty used. And I use this one to sketch the house off. In the front, it has a digital little thing in the front. And when the wheel turns, you see how the numbers change in the front. It tells you how far you've been. Okay, this one, it clamps down like this, and you can use it in a backpack. Most of the time when I get out, I've gotten so now I just tote it this way. But it snaps into place, right? And then you grab it, and it snaps again. So now you have this long wheel that you can actually do your measuring. And I also have a small one, and I will leave both of them inside of the description for you guys. For those of you who are first time over here and you didn't know the answer to that as well, it'll be in the description. So with that being said, this has been a long one here, so I'm hoping that I helped at least a few of you. Those of you who did not know exactly what we be talking about over here, I hope that helped you as well. And until next time, you guys know what to do. May God bless you, bless you, bless you, and continue to help you to prosper in your life and in all of your endeavors. Stay healthy, stay at peace, and until next time, enjoy the rest of your day.